Alright, hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. Magi chapter review. 209. This chapter was so deep. And I would love to I don't wanna a lot of shit. There was a lot of talking in this chapter. Don't wanna go in too much word for word, but I will go in and tell you right now, this chapter is ridiculous. It's to my knowledge now, the Kou Empire, Kouen, and Kouen in particular are on my shit list. What they, Jesus Christ, pretty much in this chapter, Kouen was explaining to Alibaba the whole unifying thing, and explaining how different countries have different ideologies, and that breeds conflict back and forth, and that by unifying everyone, that will cease to be, and there won't be any more wars. And he was going on to say that he made a few examples, Kouen, like Magastat, and even, example as Balbad. And he was also going into saying the difference between the way Balbad handled slavery and the way the Kou Empire handles it. And he's saying that it's all for the future. It's all for the future, and, everything's going to be better, Alibaba was basically telling him, like, how are you going to plan this out? How are you going to bring this about? And, this is so fucking stupid. I'm sorry, but this is so fucking stupid, what they're trying to do. It's stupid because at the end of the day, you're just trying. You're subjugating people, and this was really stupid. He was basically saying, Kouen, that there are certain that the things are needed for the present, and he was going on about how we need to erase all the history of different nations, all the ideology and history of all the different nations, and just erase them from people's minds and create one country for one king. That was so stupid, and I just wanted to say, Kouen, do you have a Gias? Is that it? Are you a Lelouch? You must be a Lelouch Lamperouge. Wait a minute, you don't have a Gias? So, you're trying to... Kou Empire is evil. I'm sorry. They're trying to brainwash people. They really are. It's just... And he basically goes on to telling Alibaba here, and Alibaba saying you want to erase exactly, you can be achieved through the passage of time and stealing the memories and the historical records from people, saying that it should be possible to distort that as well for the peace that we want in the future. And saying that the contradiction that brings us to repeat wars in order to stop them, and the irrational slavery system, these are needed in the present. And then Alibaba saying, you were the ones who introduced slavery to Balbad. He's trying to butter Alibaba up. Like, are you out of your fucking mind? But what Kouen said, with the whole, that idea, that concept, great idea, horrible execution. Just horrible execution. You can't do that. It's like, you're manipulating. You are a manipulator. You are no different than Al Tharman. And Alibaba tells him that. You're showing the seeds of hatred. It doesn't work that way. You can't just erase the history of people like that. this is the way I look at it. Altharman wants to destroy the world. The Kou Empire wants to take over the world. And that's just, that, nuts. And he goes on to say, Kouen, saying that, oh, he's basically buttering up, saying, oh, after 5 years of service, Restream is, they'll be free, the slaves. A good way, don't you think so? And he's like, what did you say? And he was, like I was saying, telling about the countries under the rule of the Kou Empire. There haven't been rebellions cause of this practice, while on the other part, when it was done by the original rulers of Balbad, there were. And it says, once war disappears, impossible to get prisoners, and so on and so forth. And he's like, how things will go that smoothly? And he's like saying, we're trying to accomplish something that's never been accomplished before, and saying that even if you have to sadly cast something so beautiful away, not just for the temporary happiness of a single country like Balbad, but to look at a mere long-term happiness for the entire world. Give me your answer, Alibaba. And that's when Kouen shows up. That part of the chapter. And I'm thinking to myself, listen, no offense, Kouen. Great. The idea you have is great. It's great. I should really be taking off my glasses for this, but no, I'm not going to do that. Great idea. That's a great idea. Listen. There is no way you can do that. There's no way you can do that. I mean that. And this was very deep, this chapter. I want to bring this up before I go into what else happened in the chapter. It had to do with a lot of crazy shit that happens in the real world. With like history and shit. That was like, wow. So much politics, Look at the world we have now. Does a one nation exist for the entire world? No. He thinks, Kouen, that I have magic powers. I'll just erase the history, and then I'll get everyone to work together. Guess what? Doesn't work out that smoothly. You are obviously on some high crack to think that way. So Kouen comes in, and then he basically goes in on saying, you seem to have finished talking. Why do you look so gloomy? Balbad's situation is a lot better than the past. You don't have any problems, right? Yes, Balbad has improved. We have talked about it. Made me look things wider viewpoint, but I can't push away. Alibaba can't push away small memories for the greater good. Is really all right to do anything in the present for the better future. Want the Kou Empire and Altharman scattering the seeds of hatred that will one day explode. And he goes on saying the war is a contradiction, that slavery is irrational. I'm sure you hate them with all your heart. Why are you forcing them to people dear to you? Even if you are a metal vessel user, you don't. Why don't you convey your real feelings to the people of the country? Why are you living right now instead of waiting for the future? And he nailed it on the head, Alibaba. And those geniuses, the big guys. Oh, how dare he talk to Prince Kouen then? No, how dare you try to manipulate people into your way of thinking? Listen, the way I see it is this. How could you for the motherfucking win? Because he's not part of the Kou Empire. He's with Judo. As far as I'm concerned. So he's a whole lot better than Kouen and Kouen. And after that scene, Kouen saying, right now you want a prince, and this was condescending. You're condescending him. You're fucking condescending him. He's calling him a prisoner. You're in enemy territory. It would be easy for me to make you disappear right now. Consider you're alone in the middle of the enemy's base. And they're about to fight. I'm like, and he's like, shit. To think that I would meet my end in this place. And then one of the geniuses, don't get cocky, you fool. I'm not sure. Now, that part, I'm not sure about. I'm trying to see if that is actually, he's talking to Kouen or Alibaba. I think he's talking to Alibaba when he mentioned that. And then after that, you know, he's like telling Alibaba, Kouen, but depending on your decision, the royal family could be revived. The soldier royal family could be revived. And he's like, what do you mean? Alibaba, become my right-hand man. Okay, so you went from explaining to him you want to unite the world, basically take over it. You want to go about this in such a way, yeah, and conquering it, and subjugate people, and then you say, you're not a prince, you're a prisoner. Now you want him to join you. Okay, listen, after hearing all that, Alibaba should just take out his hand. Yeah, I got something for you, Kouen. Yeah, where is it? I got it right here. It's called this! And walk out. If I was Alibaba, I would do that. Of course, if I was Alibaba, I did that, I'd probably get killed. This is what Kouen wanted the entire time. Now, after that whole situation, he's saying that, and he's like, what? He's like, put all your, this is what he tells him, put all your efforts together with those of Kome's in order to improve Balbad. Cut all your connections to Sandria, and swear fealty to me, loyalty to me. If you do this, I will give you full authority in Balbad in the future. So what do you say? I look at the comment section of Magi, and this guy says this. This one commenter said this. Come the fuck on. Kou might seem logical, but they are straight up evil. They want to control everything and erase the history and culture from the world. They aren't unifying the world. They are trying to subjugate it. It's like that of aphorism. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. And at the bottom of the page it says, Kouen's true goal is finally revealed. So you basically want Alibaba for yourself. This isn't anything new, Kouen. You were trying to steal Aladdin. And now you want Alibaba too? Get the fuck out. No, get the fuck out. If I was Alibaba, I would tell him, let me think about it. Let me think about it. And I would leave. That's what I would do. I'll go back to Sandria and tell Aladdin, Sinbad what happened. Because this is bullshit. This is bona fide bullshit. He basically wants everything. I want it all. Guess what? Doesn't work that way. Hey, if you want Alibaba and Aladdin to help you and defeat Al Tharman, I suggest you don't do something like this. Because as it stands right now, you're an ass. Your brother's an ass. Fuck the Kou Empire. Fuck Kouen. Fuck Koumei. There are probably only two people in the Kou Empire royal family who I trust. Kouen, not her, and her name eludes me. The one who has the hots for Sinbad. Yeah, those two are the only, and Hakuei, the only he's now that I trust. Kouen, no, I don't trust you. I'm sorry, I don't trust him. And there's some people probably going to say in the comment section, yeah, but Sinbad. Well, that's true too. But at least Sinbad's not trying to take over the freaking world. Kouen is trying to take over the freaking world, and he's trying to he's bribing Alibaba. That's what he's doing. He's like, I want you to be my right-hand man, and if you do, guess what? Balbad will be back where it used to be. You'll be able to abolish slavery and all this stuff. Oh, so and then what are you gonna do at the meeting? See what's happening here? It's clear as day. Kouen's trying to manipulate everything. Everything. Kou Empire cannot be trusted. That's the moral of this story. So, review title is going to be this. Great idea, bad execution, and Kouen is a greedy son of a bitch. He's a greedy son of a bitch. He thinks, I'm going to get as many allies as I can by forcing them. Guess what? It doesn't work that way. Everything isn't peaches and rainbows. Okay? You can't just say, oh, we're going to erase history, and no one will know, and everything will be unified. That's evil. That's subjugating people. That's Lelouch Lamperouge. Though I don't want to bring in Code Geass here. You're manipulating people. That's not unifying. Get the fuck out of here, man. Just get the fuck out, Kou Empire. Get the fuck out. This chapter was ridiculous. But I give it a 5 out of 5. Now, if Alibaba says yes, it's fucking bullshit. He should not say yes. He should not. Because if he says yes, Kouen is going to have him and Aladdin. Because remember what Kouen said? He said, oh, unify the world for the one king. Oh, yeah. Where does Alibaba stand in that one king scenario? Yeah, they're probably going to kill him. I call it like I see it, people. As of right now, the Kou Empire is on my shit list, Kouen's on my shit list, and Kouen is on my shit list. So fuck Kouen, fuck Kouen, fuck the Kou Empire. You're evil. You're no better than Altharman. They're trying to destroy the world. You're trying to conquer it. Doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem right. I go back to the chapter, back, when Hakuryu confronted his sister, Hakurei, and was talking about the Kogas, and was talking about Balbed, and he put it on there. And he was right. Kouen is a greedy son of a bitch, and he's stuck. So yeah, that was my final thoughts on it. I have no idea what's going to happen now. Like I said, I hope Alibaba doesn't. But it's kind of he's pretty much Alibaba between a rock and a hard place, because if he doesn't accept, he might die. He might kill him. So it's really hard for this situation for Alibaba. But we'll see what happens next week. Valentine 922. See you guys later. Kouen, greedy son of a bitch. You can't have everything, okay? You need to back the fuck off. See you guys later. Peace.